Record, yeah.
Yeah,
Is it recording? Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
it is.
got it. Okay. So can you see my face? Yeah. Can you hear?
Hey, hi Adi. We haven't started yet, so that's why you can't hear anything. Once we start, you would be able to hear.
Yeah, we're waiting for everyone to join. I guess we'll
Yeah,
start in like a couple of minutes.
I think let's spin it. Hey, hi everyone. Glad to have you over here. And in today's session, we are mostly focused on how to become a Web3 UI dev. And this session is quite important for you to understand how you can get started in Web3 dev itself. And we have our CTO, Mitra. And I think Mitra is one of the best person to tell you how to get started with this, because I think Mitra, you started as a front-end dev, then you steeped it into blockchain, and then you steeped it into becoming becoming the CTO itself. So that's quite an amazing journey, honestly. Like when you see the exponential curve of growth, you have outdone yourself, and we're kind of glad for it. Though people who are watching this and people who are part of this, I would highly say that this roadmap is surely on how you can step into Web3 UI dev and mostly focus on creating different kind of smart contracts, making it through UI, and what Spheron is actually enabling through it. So today we have Mitra over here. Mitra, say hi to our good folks who have
Hey
joined today.
guys. Hey
And
guys. I'm excited to share
yeah.
my journey as well.
Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in. And Mitra would be your pilot today, and have a safe flight. And I hope you understand what really requires to get yourself and take off into the world of Web3. Over to you, Mitra.
Yep. Thank you, Prakash, for introducing. And yeah, uh, so many things. But seriously, hey guys, and thank you for joining this session. Amit Rajesh, co-founder and CTO of Speron. And I know you guys joined this to learn about how to become a Web3 UI dev. And I'm going to share my journey and some tricks and tips along the way um, to like to give you understanding to how to become a highly skilled Web3 UI dev, and also some of the step-by-step roadmap to like uh, to for you to go for it. So I guess we can start with this, and I'm going to speak about some of these topics. First of all, about the opportunities in the Web3 industry in the 2023, and how much you can grow. It's still very nascent, so there's a lot of growth out there that you can do, and a lot of new opportunities that you can try out yourself as well. So we will talk about opportunities, then what is blockchain, how what are the use cases of them, and then we'll talk about how we can how you can be the best Web3 UI dev, and what are the things you need to actually work on to be that. So let's first know about the opportunities. I'm sure you guys are very excited about stuff you can do, and what are the things that where you can uh, go for. So even in my times, uh, uh, okay, sorry, I have to mute you. So if possible, if possible, you can mute yourself. But yeah. So in Web3, from last 3 to 4 years, there were like massive opportunity getting built. And right now there are like a lot of demand of Web3 technologies, um, that you need to learn about, and where you can like go for and capitalize that opportunity as well. So like if you have heard about some of the big protocols getting built, new apps getting built as well, and there's like a lot of fundings getting flown into these protocols, apps, and a lot of other things that are getting built right now. So even if you know about some of the mainstream companies that got into Web3 technology or Web3 ecosystem, such as Instagram recently integrated the NFT for their creators. That is very massive. To be honest, like a lot of people will know about NFTs and what are the use cases that can be built on that. Twitter is always a fan of Web3 technologies. They already have their avatars in NFTs, NFT avatar, and a lot of new things that they are trying out. There is Starbucks. If you know about them, they also recently get into Web3. So there are like a lot of opportunities, a lot of big players that are getting into Web3 technologies. So there's a high demand, but there is a very less supply, because it is very complicated to understand. First of all, so we need you guys to first of all understand, and then build that skills to get into these opportunity, and try it out. So in terms of jobs, there are like a lot of jobs getting built in India as well. I think almost 50,000 plus jobs has been like generated from Web3 industry only from in like last 2 3 years. And you can always get, like in terms of job salary as well, you'll always get more than normal UI developers. Like if you check out some of the statistics, it's almost like one and a like it's 50% more than normal figures. So if you know about this is like the US market, but normal average like developers are getting like 100 something around that for a beginner level, but you'll always get more than like almost average of 150K, like a six figure for your since you know these specific skills. So that is another massive opportunity for you to capitalize. And since there is a less supply, you will be able to uh, put your skills into and also get more uh, more out of it. And I guess apart from like jobs and in Web3, you can try out hackathons. Hackathons are some of the awesome way to get your hands on Web3 technologies. Uh, Myself including, I've been like a fan of hackathon, and I started my journey in Web3 from hackathon only. So when I started into the Web3 technologies, I first of all joined a hackathon, and I started understanding like which technology I should first learn on, because it's in like 2018 or 2019, it was very hard to understand, or like I was aimlessly trying out a lot of technologies, but couldn't figure it out. So I started getting into hackathons. Then I figured out that these are the technologies that we need to understand. I need to understand first before I can actually like start building on top of these technologies. So I figured it out, and then I learned those within like a couple of months, and then I again like jumped into hackathon, and with a beginner luck, I guess I won that. So that was like my first blood, and I started getting into more hackathons, honing my skills, and I guess from hackathon, I also like understood there are like a lot of opportunities in building companies, startup, and a lot of other things. So along the way, there are like you can build your own side income if you already have a like if you already have your job and you want to like have a side income that give you a quick another stuff, another things that you can work on, or you wanted to have like a you can like hone your skill using that as well, and like in earn a lot of money with along the way. And if you are very ambitious, I guess you can always start your own company and move like scale it up to a next $1 billion or like a unicorn company in Web3. There's like a lot of opportunities for that. Like we are still nascent, we are still building a lot of things, and there's like a lot of opportunities for you to like build your own company. And it can start from a hackathon as well. Like Spheron, as a company, we started from a hackathon and we scale it up into a full-blown product right now. So that's that you can do on your own as well, and like you can learn, you can like talk to other people, you can like get into more of a networking as well if you go into hackathons and event. So all in all, I guess you can say there is very massive opportunity out there in Web3, and it's still growing. So it's not like everything is like done. You can, if you get into like, I'd say you are, since you already get into this Web3 technologies, you are already one step ahead of your peers. So if you already started, if you are already interested in this, you'll get more more benefits if you stay long term in Web3 industry as well. So that's for the opportunity. With opportunity, you need to understand use cases of blockchain. Some of the major use cases that we see right now are listed here. I guess DeFi as a decentralized finance is one of the biggest use cases. One of the example is Uniswap. If you know about it, it's a decentralized exchange, and it doesn't have any. You can't. Sorry. So you can't. Basically, Uniswap doesn't have direct access, or like it doesn't have any access to your fund, like your centralized exchange like FTX and all. And so there's like a lot of things that you can build on top of it on Uniswap. Plus there's like a lot of other borrowing and lending protocols out there as well, which you can like use to build your own stuff as well. So there is a lot of use cases there. NFT, BOYC, CryptoPunk, some of the coolest things, some of the cool creator economies that you can build using NFTs. There's gaming, play to earn stuff are there, and you can like build your own gaming assets using NFTs. Maybe use tokens to buy those. There's a lot of things there as well in gaming industry. And infrastructure is one of the interesting use case of blockchain. It gives power directly to the hand, where like major tech companies are there who basically handle most of the cloud infrastructures and all those kind of things. But with blockchain, uh, you can actually provide infrastructure protocol with like lot of ownership, and also like there are a lot of storage protocols out there which you can use to store your NFT metadata, and also like newly compute infrastructures are also coming in. So infrastructure is one of the interesting use case of blockchain, and like as you learn more about it, you will get to learn a lot of new things. And there is DAO. DAO is decentralized autonomous organization. It is another cool use case of blockchain where you can govern a whole organization and create your own rules and make like configure your rules on a smart contract to like execute certain stuff and make it more autonomous rather than and autonomous and decentralized by like introducing um, lot of actors, not just one hierarchical stuff in organizations. So this is another use case, and um, uh, you can even use you can join a lot of DAOs to even earn a lot of like side stuff as well, like build and like contribute there and get like you can earn there as well. So DAOs are a pretty cool place where you can hang out with other people. Okay, now we'll discuss about how what UI developer does in Web3 and how you can like what are the things that you need to understand before like what are the technologies and like steps that UI developer does to communicate with smart contract, or like in high level how you can like be the like what are the day-to-day activities of UI devs. So I'll share this small like visualization of a UI interaction with the smart contract. So in whole, there is a user, and this is like a whole product of yours, where like UI is one of the component where most of the UI devs are working, and you need to like user need to interact with their MetaMask to like access the funds, or also like interact with the blockchain. So the user first of all come to your UI, and then if he wants to interact with the product which has a smart contract and a blockchain, blockchain can be Ethereum and Polygon, any of these chains. but when they interact with it, they interact through the MetaMask. Um, so if someone wants to use your UI, there's to interact with a smart contract as well. You need to learn about technologies like libraries, JavaScript libraries like uh, ethers.js or Web3.js, with which you can directly interact with the smart contract. And smart contract have two things. One is like a identifier, which is the address, and a compiled version. So you need to pass that on to the onto your ethers.js instance, and then you can directly interact with it using MetaMask. So every time you do any transaction, you have to approve the transaction on MetaMask, which is a wallet for you. And once you do that, you can directly interact with it and get the result back, or like the transaction ID back. So for example, if you go for like, let's say, okay, sorry for that. So if you go to, for example, this is a Uniswap interface. It's a pretty simple interface where you can swap your token from it to Uni. And inside this, there is a whole smart contract written by the developers. But on the top, on the user interface side, you'll only see a couple of things that are like token, the number, and let me just disconnect this. Yeah. If you haven't connected, you will see a connect option, which is like a connect wallet, and this can be anything like MetaMask and other wallets as well, but we can use MetaMask. So once you connected to the MetaMask, now you can have the access to their contract, and you can do like swap. Let's say I can do 0.1, sorry, 0.1 swap. This isn't Gorelli, so it's a testnet for you. It doesn't have like it has test token. It's not actual. It is not actual token, so you can do anything with it. You can get some token from the faucet and try it out yourself as well. And I highly recommend you trying out first, like these applications, to understand how things work here, so that you can build your own interfaces later down the line as well. Because if you experience this first, you'll be able to understand um, the the processes that you need to take to actually interact with your blockchain as well, or your smart contracts. So with this, you can do swap, and when I do swap, it will make a transaction which you can reject right now. So this is how user. So this is how you can like interact with the smart contract. Yeah. So that's how you can like, that's what the develop, like most of the UI dev does. Like the first of all, build the UI, which is like the HTML CSS part of it, and then like interact with the blockchain using ethers.js and Web3.js. These are the technologies that you'll be using in your day-to-day life if you are a Web3 UI dev. And I'll be like giving you like how you can learn those stuff. But let's just go into the technologies that you need to learn again. So in terms of technologies, first of all, you should start from the basics. If you are a UI dev, it's like the core things would be understanding the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript part of it, because without these, you will not be able to build any kind of applications. Or even if you build it, you need to understand like how to make it more like interactive, or how to create a better UX for your applications, or whatever the things that you are working on. So for that, you need to first understand the basics, that is like the normal UI technologies like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And TypeScript is another technology which is very popular in Web3 industry due to like being a typed. And since Web3 is very complicated, we try to adhere some of the best practices that is there for coding languages and all. So we use TypeScript, but it is optional if you are just a beginner. So you want to try out. I would not recommend you to start with TypeScript. You can just learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and then a JavaScript library like React or a framework, but can learn React. These are like the important thing that you need to first learn to even try out like Web3 technologies and like start with your hands-on as well. So even when I started, I had to like learn these first. These are the basic thing first. I learned it, and then once I have the knowledge of like basic React and everything, like where I can build a initial like web application, I then started learning about Web3 JS and Ether.js. Like you can start with any one of them. I would recommend using learning with Ether.js, which is very much simple to learn about. So for Ether.js, you can always go to Ether's JS documentation. You can like there are a couple of things like provider and like these are the things that common terminologies and like how to work with Ethereum, how to connect with MetaMask, and how to connect with contracts. These are some of the important things that you need to learn first, like this contract and how to interact with contract. So if you know about these stuff, you'll be easily able to build any kind of application with any type of contract. So that is there, and then MetaMask is like it doesn't, you don't need to learn about it, but you should understand how things work there as well. So MetaMask, Ganas is another like a local local tool for trying out your smart contract side of thing. But this is important for the front end technology as well, because you have to connect with the local like local server, uh, local blockchain as well to like first develop your application rather than directly use Ethereum mainnets and all. So that's where you use Ganas, and you can like deploy your contract there, or you can use any contract inside the Ganas as well. And apart from like all of this, you should start with Spheron as well, because Spheron is another handy tool for you to like put your whole application into a decentralized network. And it is very simple, so you can just like once you develop your application, you can directly deploy on Spheron. It's just a couple of clicks that you need to do, and after that your application will be live on like decentralized network. Since you are already building a decentralized application, you should use decentralized network to uh, like showcase your application and make it fully decentralized, uh, and not just like create a backend which is just a decentralized. So your whole front end will be decentralized, and the smart contract is always already a decentralized technology. So these are some of the like technologies that you need to learn before you can start like hands-on. And another thing is this development stack, like some like very important to understand the development stack of Web3, so that you can like uh, you can plan your own kind of like step-by-step guides as well, just to like go for it, like where you should be heading towards. So in terms of development stack, it's very simple. Like you already know about front-end development stack, HTML, React, and then like your Web3 and Web3.js and Ether.js. These are like the initial front end stack that you need to like get first. There is smart contract stack as well, like Solidity. Solidity is like a programming language for building smart contracts. And there are like Open Zeppelin, Truffle, Hardhat. These are like some of the supporting tools that you can use for like, when you build smart contracts. And having a small amount of understanding of smart contract is very beneficial if you want to like learn advanced Web3 development and like grow fast. So this is this like basic stuff you should at least understand, or maybe just try out once, so that you have a quick understanding of what to do when you need to like change something on smart contract and all. And apart from that, infrastructure is something very important for like whenever you build something, you will be always using like any or either of these infrastructure, like Spheron for your deployments or hosting, IPFS for like storage, Filecoin also for storage. Graph is another important stack where you can what mostly front-end devs are using right nowadays for putting it like directly fetching data from the blockchain and smart contract. So graph is very important. You should learn about this as well. And yeah, I guess this is like the step-by-step plan for you to try out and like apart from like just learning, you should actually start experiencing as well. So in the initial, I said like you should like try out hackathons, bounty, or like build your own. Like you can first of all learn through tutorials and all, which is basically a way to understand what are the technology, like how to use those technology. But once you learned about them, then like you should try out. So in that way, you should first, like in the first week, in the first couple of weeks, you should learn these basic things so that you have enough understanding of technology. So and you can build on top of it, and then like try out more hackathons and understand like where you should head towards and where you should like contribute and like hone your skills as well. So after that, you can learn more about React, Next.js, TypeScript to like build your skills, and so that you can even try out jobs if you are very confident about like you are already confident that you have a very good skills around your on your um, uh, which you understand fully. And the last thing would be like infrastructure again. Like as I said, infrastructure is something that you should always know, which will be like you will always use this again and again when you start building like large applications and like build like your own application as well. You'll see these infrastructure protocol playing very vital role and like making it simple for you, as well as like building you when you build it, you will be very much able to do a lot of things with it. So yeah, I guess that's all that you need to understand or learn in the initial phase, and then like start honing on top of it. And I'm happy to like if you have anything specific that uh, you want me to talk about, you can put it on the chat and maybe just
Mitra, sorry to
yeah.
Mitra, sorry to cut you off. I believe our
Yeah.
Zoom meeting is not for the entire time. We have 2 minutes left. So can we share a quick, I'll share a quick Google Meet link here. So if this meeting gets end up, you guys can join that meeting for any kind of queries.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So whoever has the queries can go ahead and join that link. That will be info.
Are you creating it? Are you creating
Yeah,
it right
I'm
now?
creating one.
Nice.
Creating one for you. One,
Just put it on the everyone. Yeah.
So let me pause it here. Let me just post it here so that you guys can. So whoever has, whoever wants to, just go and start requesting to get into. Mitrash, you can also start getting into that. And we have 1 minute 20 seconds left. So join with your Spheron ID, Mitrash, you'll be able to log into directly. If anyone has any questions, just feel free to join us there, and we'll be more than happy to pull you in. All right, so
Yes.
Everyone has got the link here, I believe. Yes. So
Yep,
right.
I think everyone has a link. Yeah, if you have any specific question or if you want to talk about anything, yeah, we can like hang out and chill and like talk about any specific stuff in the Web3 industry as well.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Looking forward to meeting you guys there. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining this session. See you there in the call.
questions. Bye bye.